Hello everybody, welcome back. In the last video I was messing around with the curtains in the front, washing those, and this is a perfect segue into why I need those blackout curtains instead of what I have now. We're parked just the way this park is set up. The only option is to park facing directly to the south, which puts the sun right in the windshield. You'll see why I need them blackout curtains. This is a perfect example. All right, those white curtains, even though they're doubled up material, yeah, the light inside is so bright. It just lights up in there, and it's really kind of annoying. It's why I always try to park facing north or somewhere up that way, you know, somewhere northerly. Yeah, when do you see this? And the blackout curtains did come. I went down to pick them up in an Amazon locker. We'll package off to grab those out of the car here in a bit. So, okay. You know, the blinds I can kind of control a little bit. I can do a little better than that to dim them down. Or I have that side awning. That I can control. I'll adjust that after a bit. But if you see how bright it is up here? But wait, it's worse than it. All right, when I sit here, okay, to edit or whatever, you see the reflection, how bad, how, you know, let me open up a folder, okay? Oops, never mind. That's not gonna work. But you see the reflection in that, the windshield. So so when I have things open, I have that glare in there, so that makes it difficult. And even the window beside me here, you know, sometimes I like that open for a little bit of a view, right? And it's just, you know, that's all that over there. But you know, I can just move the laptop a little bit. That's not a problem. But sometimes if it's like that, you know, sometimes, well, when the sun gets over, starts getting into the west, then this is all real bright, very bright. So I'm always kind of fighting that back and forth. So you see why I don't park pointing to the south. In some places, this is just one of them few places that it is a problem. You can see the reflection also in the TV over there. So, and sometimes I cheat. I do have this curtain here. I have the blackout curtains here, and that was what my plan was, just to use. But that's whenever I was just planning on sitting at the dinette and working and all that. Excuse the mess. That was before I came up with this idea of putting this table up, desk up here, and using this passenger seat turned around as my little workstation. So anyway, see, I can, where is it? So come on, come on over here. If I bring this over like halfway, it starts to block it. Hang on. And then if I adjust the TV this way, okay, I can, there's still a little on the left, and I can kind of let's see, I should move the TV just a little bit more to the left. I can take there's things I can do to work around it, but I'm gonna get this blacked out finally. So I did find some curtains on Amazon, some blackout curtains. Well, that should make a difference, and they're actually a little bit wider, and which turns sideways. The width is this way, the length is going to go that way. But I didn't realize that these actually just make it to the bottom of the window. I mean, these are just long enough. And you know, if I were to put the hooks up further to better close that gap, see, if I were to put them hooks up a little bit further, or down on the material to raise that material up to close that gap a little bit better, then all of a sudden this becomes not long enough, you know. So I mean, it's always worked like that. It's been good enough. But these are, I think, just a couple 2 or 3 inches longer, so I should be able to raise that up and really black this out, and boy, that should make a difference in here. Well, we're halfway there, and this is gonna work. I guess I can put this back over. The problem is, look how bright, and then that blocks it out pretty nice. The trouble is, I'm not gonna be able to get rid of that gap at the top, but that's okay. Matter of fact, that might be okay that there's like, it'd be like having a little light strip right up there, letting a little bit of light in, but it takes care of all the reflections on my laptop and the TV. Now the weird thing is, yeah, these won't stay up because they're not pleated, and I think that's that when you use these style of hooks, those are for like curtains that have a pleat every so often, and these are actually hidden in that pleat from the back side, and you know the pleat holds the tops up, but so they're not pleated top or bottom. Well, these are meant to go this way on a thing, so it has the loop, you know, for a curtain rod, but that doesn't work with this track style. Now I've never seen these before. I don't know, there's a couple left over. I've never seen this type of, I don't know what would have originally been here. When I bought the Coachman, it didn't have any, that was it. You know, somebody had taken the curtain out of it, that was missing, you know, along with the dinette cushions that were gone, and you know, some other things. There was no curtains. Yeah, and this other stuff, you know, I can dial it all back, and two, I can put the big awning out, and well, those need cleaned, you know, to knock the direct sunlight off of the side here. And actually I do have a curtain for this side, and I decided not to use it just because of the kitchen stuff that's on here. I don't know, I didn't use that one. And I do have a thing of Reflectix. It's the only piece of Reflectix I own for the Coachman. Is I can black this out too if I want. There are times in the summer where even with the big awning out, the sun comes in from this angle and it's just hot. You know, if it's a hot summer day and I'm doing everything I can to keep things cooler, I do have the Reflectix for that window. So we're halfway there. I think that's going to work out. We have, so there's my laptop, and see, we still have this little bit over here, but isn't that better? I don't have all the reflection, and the reflection on the TV is just on that half that I haven't done yet. Okay, so you can see all this over here. Yeah, that's better. I should probably turn that. Oh, and I have that awning on that side too, which blocks that most really well. As the sun moves, and it's got, sometimes some will you know, come on one side or the other past the awning, you know, instead of the sun's at an angle one way or the other. Sometimes a little will sneak in, but it does a really good job over there. Let me make some more adjustments here, and I'm liking this. I ran out real quick and put that awning out, and you see what I mean. That's what I was talking about. When the sun is, yeah, it's coming over. We're facing directly south, so coming east, and then so a little bit sneaks past. Yeah, and when the sun's out there further, or if I'm parked differently, it blocks all of it. It's only that certain park that certain way. Some will sneak in a little bit, but that'll soon be gone. But yeah, that's how much that awning helps that. Yeah, I'll get to this here in a minute. And then we'll get the other side. I don't know if I'll bother with that today. And yeah, and this mini blind, it needs replaced. One of these is cracking. And, it's seen better days, but it's okay for the time being. There, how about that? Yeah, there's like light strips at the top. Okay, no, this is so much better. All right, let's go over here and sit down. See, there's we're just not so overwhelmed with total brightness. You know, the goal here wasn't complete darkness. It's just to get that light under control a little bit. Just, you know, you ever sit by a really bright lamp, you know, you think, what's in there, a 300 watt bulb? Right? It was just so bright. So we just want to get it under control. There's no glare. Okay, that's the Milky Way. That's actually my screen there. There's no, see here, point it towards the, see, there's glare. Everything else is, there's no glare anywhere. So that's nice. The glare is gone off the TV. And I pulled these here shot. These are those curtains that Pam had made these. And they are long enough. They will pull completely. I really like these. And I just use these clip-on. These are little clips. Instead of putting that through the curtain rod. And it worked out good. And the height is good. It's just below the window. These are great, but I don't use them a whole lot. Sometimes, but still, it's just nice having, even if they're open, it's still just nice having a curtain to kind of dress up a window, isn't it? But those are, yeah. Yeah, I really like those. So, what else? Are we done with this? My hopes was, yeah, I was hoping it would go, they would stay up so that would be blocked. But I know it's really showing a lot of glare in the camera. It's not, it's just really not, if we hold it up way up here, it's really not that bad, especially, you know, we're sitting here. That's okay. And it worked out. The old ones were only 29 inches, and I took the measurements and sent them to Pam, so the measurements are all on me. Like I say, on this side, this window's different. It's a wind down window because there's a door there. This has the slider, so slightly different heights, but you see over here it was just long enough, and that was all me. I did the measurements and emailed them to her. But these are, yeah, those were 29 wide, and these are 34. So, you know, I raised them up a little bit higher. Yeah, hoping to maybe cover that, but it's not the end of the world. And they come down probably, you know, about two inches or so below it. So the 34 width worked out good, and they're 70. Wait, what's 7 feet? 84 inches? 84 inches long. So yeah, those are panels. Again, those are panels that are designed to hang vertically. So they were 34 wide by 84 long. You turn them sideways and they worked out for this. So yeah, if anybody knows what type of clip would have been used, you know, with these type of things, I'd be curious to know, and maybe I can find something that works better than these hooks. And so all that came to mind at the time, I thought, you know, these things got a hole in it. Let's just get the hook things. We can make that work, and it's fine. I mean, it does. It gets the job done anyhow. So even with these, there's some construction going on over here. We're building a new bridge, and this doesn't have to be totally blacked out. I like to open that up, you know, or a little bit more for a view, or even this side. You know, I often sit here working. So even with a view, okay, we open that up a little bit more. It's brighter up here, and look, still, whoops. So there's a fine line there. If we're happen to be working here, we'll just pull that just the right amount, and we're all right. There's still nothing in the. I can see my laptop reflection in there a little bit because we brighten it up in here, but nothing too bad. At least we got stuff under control better. We can control the light. I just realized I could actually tuck that in up there if I want to be fussy about it. If that bothers, that little bit of light strip, it bothers me, I tuck that all in up there. Pretty easy, just dint along it, and so anyway, that's that. I like it. I am very happy with it. Might tone that down a little bit, just them blinds, and yeah, just have a little. Let's turn that down just a little bit. And I know this camera auto dims and brightens. If it gets darker in here, it lightens to compensate. That way, or we're all right, huh? Let's do that. Let's just pull these a little bit. I don't need closed off from the world, but nothing like that. But we could if we had to a little bit. Between the curtains, we can pull them the whole way. That's good enough. And the blinds and the awning, you know, that's pretty private. I should do something about this. Oh, I have this. Okay, that helps. If I really want to get it dark in here, I could put that Reflectix in there, and that would be black. That's no light gets through that. It's trimmed the perfect size. That would be okay. And we just have this one light source, really, and the little bit of leaks around the edges of stuff. Yeah, it darkened up in here pretty good. Yeah, the camera, I can tell, is offset. The camera has brightened it to make it look brighter in here. But, we darkened it up pretty nice. All right, Bella, time to go again. We stayed at a park here, and I didn't record anything. I took a few pictures, by the water. There's some nice, it's a good bird watching area, I know that. But it's just a park that runs down along the, just off the highway, kind of loops around and down through here. The free camping for up to 3 days. Although, you know, it's not really a campground, but they have these gazebos and barbecue grills and trash stuff, some porta potties and stuff. It's just a handy, it's almost like more like a rest area style. But it's a really big loop, and I don't know, there's probably 20-30 spots around here. But we stayed here for a bit, so I took some pictures of the of some of the birds, and they were, it was yesterday when it was all still sunny outside. Now we have some rains moved into the area, which is fine. It's just a light rain for today, and you know, a little bit of rain here that keeps the dust down and keeps the things green and growing. So nice weather will be back soon. But it's very mild. It's nice. It's very comfortable. All right, we're gonna get out of here. So we'll see you wherever it is we end up at. Yep, wrong side of the sign. This is Leonte Park, just out of town of Corpus Christi, on the north side of town. So, we're getting out of here.